Okay, everyone, this is just a quick reminder to make sure and enable remote access anytime you're commissioning a Tesla system out there in the field. It's super important. We've got a reminder there on site capture. Basically, when you're going through the commissioning process, you want to enable remote access. You want to extend that remote access for 90 days. And that way, if we have any quality assurance, rework, or utility requests, or whatever the case may be, someone can go in remotely and make changes to these settings. It's going to prevent you from having to send a technician back to the site just to log in through the Tesla installer app and make a couple changes. So, again, once it's enabled, that gives someone like me the ability to go in here on PowerHub and make changes as necessary. So if we happen to see something during the quality assurance evaluation and we just need to adjust a PCS setting or an import limit, or whatever the case may be, we have the ability to do that. And you'll know you need to have owner access. So if you have the correct permissions, when you log into PowerHub, you're going to see this little blue Tesla icon here under devices. You're also going to see site sharing there under groups. And that's going to be a sign that you do have the correct access to go in here and make changes. If you don't have site sharing and if you don't have that blue icon, then you need to reach out to your company's administrator and get your permissions set to owner instead of user. So, as long as you have owner access and we have remote access, for example, if you forgot to add power during the commissioning, you can go in here and add Powur PVC, Inc. DBA Power Home Construction. If you need to maybe add the financier, you could add GoodLeap or any other financier that may apply. You can also go in here basically to the Tesla installer app remotely to the system, in which case you can make changes to the meters. You can change CT settings from site to conductor to solar, whatever the case may be. You can go in here and kind of look that we're getting the correct voltage. You can go in here and see how many strings are making power. In this case, it looks like we've got basically 3 strings making power here. Just check on the health of the system. You have the ability to go in here and change the import and export limits. That's very common, depending on the utility requirements. Maybe there's export limitation PCS needed. If there was a utility limitation, you could punch that in here under site export limits. You can also go in here to PCS setting, which is a really common error, and disable PCS or enable it depending on the system. You just punch in your license number, you hit continue, and then, for example, let's say this was a 125 amp panel and we needed to set it to 100 amps continuous. You would do that and you would see right here in fine print that this is suitable for a 125 amp panel. Again, it's 80% of the service rating. In this case, we're not going to do that. So just by hitting backspace, it will disable it. We're going to leave them disabled on this one. Again, you'll see remote service access is currently active. We have 77 days left. Right? If it was not active, I would not be able to go in here and change any of these settings. And again, you'd have to send someone all the way back to the customer's house just to log directly into the system to make a simple change. So thanks so much for watching. I'm really just trying to make everything more efficient and helpful for everyone involved and just prevent those return truck rolls so we can get these reworks knocked out quickly and effectively. Thanks for watching.